Have you ever wondered what's really hot in comics? Stay tuned, you're about to find out. We are back, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Lawrence, over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and today we are back for the Real Hot 10 list, the hottest comics of the week, every week. But before we get started in the video, I remind you guys, if you're not a current sub of the channel, you guys are missing out on videos like this, so do me a favor, hit that sub button, smash the like button for yours truly. Now, what I do in this list, I take 10 books off the runners-up list from the Key Collectors app. There are some great obscure and not so obscure books that we need to talk about every week with some massive gains. With that said, let's get into this week's Real Hot 10. Starting us off this week on the Real Hot 10 is Detective Comics number 405. Published in 1970 and written and drawn by the dream team of Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams, this Bronze Age key features the first team appearance of the League of Assassins. It makes the Real Hot 10 this week at number 10 with a massive sale in a CGC 8.0 selling for $750 and up 50% since June. It's worth noting that this particular copy had exceptional eye appeal for the grade assigned. How about an obscure one at number 9? It is 4-color number 990. This Golden Age gem, published in 1959 by Dell, features the first appearance of our classic friend, Yogi Bear. This book also contains a slew of other first appearances such as Boo Boo Bear, Huckleberry Hound, Dixie and Pixie, and Mr. Jinx. This classic key makes the list this week with an all-new high sale in a CGC 6.5 selling for $500, up 35% since 2023. How about some more Batman goodness at number 8? It is Batman number 155. This Silver Age key, published in 1963 by DC Comics, features the first Silver Age appearance of the Penguin. It makes the hottest comic list on the planet this week with an all-new high sale in a lowly CGC 2.0, selling for only $400 but up 36% since August. Sticking with the Cape Crusader at number 7 is Detective Comics number 124. Published in 1947 by DC Comics, this yellow Golden Age Joker cover is one of my personal favorites, with cover art by Bob Kane featuring the Joker, Batman, and Robin standing on a pair of musical notes in front of music sheets, one of the more clever covers from that era. It makes the Real Hot 10 this week with an all-new high sale in a CGC 3.0, selling for $720, up a whopping 66% since 2016. At the 6th spot this week is Amazing Spider-Man number 301, our first Copper Age comic on the Real Hot 10 since its inception in early 2025. This iconic cover, featuring art by the great Todd McFarlane, was featured on back-to-back issues of Amazing Spider-Man 300 and 301 in 1988. Although not rare, higher graded copies of this key are more sought after, in part because of its beautiful white cover, which can be hard to find in super high grade. It makes the list this week with 4 massive sales. The first in a CGC 9.6, selling for $700, up an amazing 47% since April. Then we had an 8.5 newsstand copy selling for $125, up 4% since 2020. Then a CGC 9.0 Mark Jewelers copy sold for an incredible $400 with no previous data available. For value context, the month prior, a 9.0 Direct sold only for $92. And lastly, a CGC 6.5 Mark Jewelers sold for $112 with no previous data available.
Bang, Spidey.
Holy smokes, at the 5 spot this week is a massive key. It is Action Comics number 12. Published in 1939 by DC Comics, this issue features a little-known advertisement for Detective Comics number 27, Batman's first appearance. Inside that advertisement was our first look at the Cape Crusader himself, rendering this comic highly desired for all Batman fans. Yours truly owns an incomplete raw copy of this book. This issue also contains the first appearance of Zatara. It makes the Real Hot 10 this week with an incredible sale in a CGC 1.5, selling for a crazy $12,000, up an incredible 38% since June. Back-to-back bangers at number 4 this week, it's All-Star Comics number 8. This book needs no introduction. Published in 1941 by DC Comics, this comic features the first appearance and origin of Wonder Woman. It also features the first appearance of Hippolyta and Steve Trevor. Starman and Dr. Midnight join the Justice Society of America in this issue as well. In June of 2022, a CGC 9.4 copy of this book sold for an incredible $1,620,000. The sale that landed this bad boy on the Real Hot 10, though, was a coverless incomplete NG, selling for only $8,100, up 8% since August. Rounding out the top 3 this week is one of the hottest and most scarce books around right now, but only has been featured on the Real Hot 10. It is Adventure Comics number 210. This, of course, is the first appearance of Krypto, the Superdog. An all-new high sale was made last week in 2 grades. First, in a CGC 4.5, selling for $4,800, up a great 48% since 2023. Then we had a CGC 3.0, selling for $3,520, up 20% since just this last December. Now that's what I call man's best friend. At the 2 spot this week on the Real Hot Comics of the Week is Terrifying Tales number 13. This pre-code horror gem features cover art by the great L.B. Cole. Published in 1953 by Star Comics and being incredibly rare, this sought-after comic makes the list this week with an all-new high sale in a CGC 6.0, selling for $1,318, up an astounding 245% since 2014. And finally, at the top spot this week, number 1, numero uno, back-to-back pre-code horror comics, it is Web of Mystery number 1. Published in 1951 by Ace, with cover art by Warren Kremer, the creator of Richie Rich, who for the second week in a row makes the Real Hot 10. This week, the number 1 book on the planet makes the list with an all-new high sale in a CGC 6.5, selling for $4,080, up an incredible, get ready for this, 4,021% since its last sale of only $99 way back in 2003. Scarcity, cover art, and cover artist drive Golden Age desirability. So that's it for this week's list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, a great set of 10 keys that not a lot of people talk about. Some are regulars, some are not, but each week I bring you brand new books. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I want to remind you guys, again, I am looking for a YouTube sponsor, so if you're a company out there interested in doing business together, do me a favor. My email is in the description of every video. This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles saying thank you for watching, happy collecting, and I'll talk to you guys soon.